Yeah, obviously a painful loss. I hate it for our players, but let's give Villanova credit for how they played, particularly the start of both halves. I thought were really critical stretches for us. So give them credit. Congratulations to them for moving on. Obviously, love this group and love the fight they showed here in this game and obviously in the last week. So, yeah.
Questions for the student athletes, please raise your hand.
EJ, you've talked a lot this season about legacy and what you wanted to accomplish coming back this year at Ohio State. I know it's hard with it just being over, but what is going through your head right now, and what do you think you were able to do this year?
I don't think reality has really kicked in yet that I wouldn't be able to. This certain group of guys. There's a lot of guys last games, older guys, seniors, and it's tough, man. I mean, I'm really hurting inside. I wish I could have done more to help get it done, but this group of guys was really determined. We fought through a lot of adversity, a lot of injuries this year, and I gave them all this year. I wish I could have done a little bit more, though. So.
Stephen Means, Cleveland.com. Malachi, kind of same question for you. Obviously, this isn't ending the way you wanted it to, but just kind of evaluate your freshman year, how you think things went for you personally in your development.
I felt like it went good. Kind of shaky at the start of the season, but, I kind of found my groove at the second half of the season. So, it was just trying to help the team win. That's all I was trying to do.
Griffin Strom for 11 Warriors. Really, either of you guys, does it sting a little bit more that you guys came so close in the end there, cut it down to 2 points, and what did you kind of think went wrong after that point in the final 5 minutes? And why couldn't you guys close it out from there, I guess, and complete the comeback? EJ, you want to start?
Credit to Villanova. They're a really good team. Got a lot of older guys. They were composed. And I got to take care of the ball a little bit more. And credit to them. They play really hard. So I thought we went out there, played hard, but we just got to take care of the ball a little bit more.
Anything to add, Malachi?
Yeah, like EJ said, just take care of the ball more. And we should have came out with more bite, as Coach would say. The first 20, first half and the second half, we got to come out, more aggressive than they did. So.
Spencer Holbrook with Letterman Road. EJ, you had 3 fouls there early in the second half. You had to sit for quite a while. When you re-entered the game, how important was it to just get going immediately and get back on track so you could just try to help Malachi complete that comeback?
My teammates were picking me up. They were they needed me, and I went out there and tried to play my hardest. I started off the half, and I felt like I let them down a little bit on the defensive side of the ball. But just sitting over there reflecting on the bench, I felt like I came back in and did better than what I did. I was trying to do my best to help this guy out right here. He was having a really good game, and some shots weren't falling for me tonight. So,
last question for the student athletes right here.
Bill Landis from The Athletic. EJ, I think we've all kind of operated this year under the assumption that this was your final season at Ohio State. Does this ending give you anything else to think about as you kind of make that decision moving forward?
Right now, I'm just reflecting on and enjoying the moments I have with these guys, man. I'm not even thinking about that. I really haven't thought about that process yet, but this one stings, so I'm not going to say I have thought about it because I really haven't. This moment right here, I didn't want it to happen ever, so, yeah.
Hey, Coach Okane with SportKill Media. I know everybody's going to be asking about Kyle Young, obviously. His incredible effort to come back and play this postseason is a testimony of faith and resilience. So if you can just talk about, obviously you can't give a lot more into what happened, but just talk about his play when he was on the floor.
Yeah, I mean, he makes a difference for us for sure. I love Kyle. Love Kyle. He represents everything we want. He competes at the highest level, and we obviously he's a special kid and special player. So, he's being evaluated now, and I think more than anything, he's disappointed about the loss.
Chris, obviously, what Malachi and EJ were able to do today was pretty phenomenal, but you didn't necessarily get a lot of offense out of anybody else. While Villanova, they had 4 guys in double figures. I mean, when you're missing some guys like Justice and Seth, and how valuable is it to have more, maybe depth, more than maybe just necessarily 2 guys who might be NBA pros? How much more valuable is that depth in moments like this?
Yeah, no, I think we've been searching for that, third or fourth guy. It's really been Kyle a lot. It's been other guys at times, but it's been Kyle when we've been at full strength. Sometimes Zed. I thought Zed gave us a good lift on the glass. He missed a couple around the basket, but gave us a great lift on the glass. So we've been kind of searching for that. And when we've struggled, we've missed that third, fourth, and sometimes fifth option.
Chris, you guys are 3-1, I think, in first round at Ohio State. What do you guys need to do to get that next step, get over the hump?
Got to keep getting here. Got to keep growing. Listen, when we got here a few years ago with a different program, you keep getting here. You get here enough. You get here consistently, and it'll happen.
Chris, and Adam Jardy, Columbus Dispatch, every end of the season brings different emotions and different teams bring out different things, I'm sure. But when you look at this year, and I know it's fresh, but do you feel you got everything you could out of this team? Do you feel the ceiling was higher?
I mean, I think the injuries played a major role. We didn't have the team we anticipated having, but I was really proud of our last kind of final this week really. I didn't like how we started either half. To be honest with you, I thought those 2 starts really, we just were not as physical or as detailed as we needed to be. But in terms of the season in review, I'd have to kind of think about that and put it in perspective.
Steve Halwagon, 24/7 Sports. It was a 5-point game, and you had 4 trips to try and get it down to 2 or 3. And I think EJ missed a shot and had a turnover, and Brandon missed a 3. And then they called an illegal screen, and it appeared on Zed Key. And then Zed tried to double and wasn't home for the 3-point shot. Just that entire sequence, from your standpoint on offense, did you consider a timeout at any point in there, maybe after a couple of those fruitless possessions, to get the look you wanted?
Did we miss a free throw in that stretch too?
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, she missed a free throw.
Yeah, was
Sorry.
it a 2 or a 5-point game at that point?
It was a 5-point game through that entire stretch.
Okay.
Neither team scored.
Yeah, no, I would have liked to have saved my timeouts. I think I had 2 left at that point, Steve, if I'm accurate. I would have liked to save those for the last 2 or 3 minutes, because I thought it was going to be a 1 or a 2 possession game. So that was my thinking there, and I thought we had, we needed to be better in that stretch. That stretch was critical.
Chris, Rob Aller, Columbus Dispatch. Jay Wright was in here talking about how he also struggled. They also struggled to get out of the second round. He talked about he didn't change anything. He just trusted the process. Yeah. Is that what you have to do? And is it hard to do that? Do you start to maybe think we've got to change things up here? How do you handle that?
No. I mean, no. I appreciate the question, but no. I mean, listen. It's hard to win in this tournament. We've had 4 opportunities. We haven't had. I've been here 5 years, but I haven't had 5 opportunities. We've had 4 opportunities, and we performed pretty well in this tournament in 3 of them. We just haven't been able to push through to that second round. It's, I'm believe in what we're doing. I'm more than confident it's going to happen. It's hard to win in this tournament. I think if you go back and you look at the number of years I've been a head coach and number of NCAA tournament wins, it's pretty good. So we're, we feel good about what we're doing. We've obviously got to do some roster construction here, given some of what we're losing, but we'll deal with that when we get back.
Last question for Coach right here.
Hey, Chris. Colin Gay, Rivals. You had mentioned yesterday about kind of the comparison between kind of how Jay built up his program at Villanova and how you're building your program. I'm curious, is what Villanova can do with their versatility and their depth and things like that, is that kind of like what you see as kind of the future of Ohio State? Do you see kind of the potential of kind of building something similar? Is that kind of what you want your team to look like in an ideal scenario?
I think there are some things that I would take from it, but as I mentioned earlier, but I think, there's some things that I take from a lot of programs that I really respect, and certainly Villanova's one of them. In terms of how they play and they build their roster, and in terms of their, he plays about 7 or 8 guys, and that's kind of consistently how he's done it. So I wouldn't necessarily get into those specifics and be nailed down on that, but certainly there's some things that I have taken and will take it.
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate it.